walking on air. And I can see your house from here. And I feel like I'm walking on air. I'm many miles away from here. And I ain't gonna look you no more.
So, who are you going to be tonight? The lead singer who's just so tired of the empty, meaningless one-night stands? Or the lonely drummer who doesn't meet as many girls as the others because he's the sensitive, shy one?
Exhausted talent scout.
You know, I've been meaning to ask you why you do that. I mean, how come you always pretend to be someone you're not?
To get 19-year-old girls. Hey, they want a little fantasy in their lives. You ought to be able to relate to that, Neil. I mean, after all, haven't you said to yourself from time to time, wow, I think this relationship with Alicia really will last.
You know, if you'd find it exciting, I could always pretend to be someone else.
Really?
If I arrange a white pair of boxer shorts on my head at the right angle, I bear an uncanny resemblance to Earl, the short order cook at our country club. He went berserk after the fourth time Ruth Glasser returned her cheeseburger and said, "Do I have to come back there and cook it myself?"
Gee, Neil, as aroused as I am by that, I promised Megan I'd be here to celebrate her new job.
Is this job newer than the new job we celebrated last week?
This is something really special. Calendar Girl Cosmetics hired Megan as a model. Well, not all of her, just her hands. But when I went down this afternoon to visit her on the set, they gave her this cute little white pair of gloves to wear in the sun. You know, they were treating her like a celebrity. Well, not all of her, just her hands. But I wish you could have seen her, Neil. I haven't seen her this happy since... Boy, I better remember today for future reference.
Aren't you going to ask me how my day was?
Oh, okay. How's...
They canceled the shoot. They suddenly decided to put their hand lotion on the back burner so they could devote all their time and money to launch a whole new line of cosmetics.
Megan, I'm really sorry this happened, but don't take it personally. You know, those jerks in the cosmetics industry are so desperate for a hot idea, they'll change their mind every other minute. So why'd they do it this time?
Why? Why? Could it be because at lunch when you adjusted your bra strap in the quilted chrome siding of Pepe's Cookmobile, 100 images of you stared back at the president of the company and aroused feelings in him he hadn't had since his wife's electrolysis went back to Russia?
Megan, you mean to tell me that on the spur of the moment they decided to launch a new line of cosmetics because of Alicia?
No. I'm saying they decided on the spur of the moment to launch a whole new line of cosmetics called Alicia. How could you do this to me? You let me down. You undermine me. God, I hate you. Both of you.
Both of us? Why is she mad at me?
She's not yelling at us. She's yelling at her hands.
Listen. Quiet. Why don't we take advantage of this momentary lull before she starts playing the book on tape again of Connie Selica reading the bell jar?
I feel really bad about this, but it's not like it's my fault. And the whole thing with this cosmetics company, well, if it really bothers her so much, I just won't do it. I mean, heck, it's not like I haven't made sacrifices for other people before. Like that time I told Mr. Yamashiro, that's a very generous offer, but I think it's better if everyone can enjoy Central Park.
Look, Alicia, giving up this cosmetics thing is not going to make Megan feel any better. If you really want to help her, you have to help her find a new job. Is there anyone who owes you any big favors?
You do. Particularly after last night in that phone booth when you lied and said, there's no one waiting to make a call. Actually, Neil.
No. Megan would definitely not be happy working where I work.
Wow, that's a great idea. I was thinking more along the lines of your Uncle Nathan's memorial candle business.
I'll call him right now. I'm sure he's there, probably hovering over the cash box with his brother Lenny, waiting to see who's going to go home first.
Scepter Films is perfect for Megan. She's creative, she's hardworking. Well, all right, she's neither, but we were in that phone booth for almost 40 minutes.
Why don't we just give it a little time? You know, this kind of thing happens to Megan a lot. She is very resilient. I'm sure she'll bounce back. You see?
Sylvia Plath's The Bell Jar. It's read by Connie
You know, we might need some people in special effects. We've got this spectacular battle scene coming up.
Nah, I had a bad fake blood experience. I once locked myself in the bathroom and poured a bottle of ketchup under the door to get back at my mother for making me hide her vodka in my Barbie dream house.
Megan, maybe this place just is not right for you.
God, Neil, why are you such a downer? You're supposed to be helping me.
Well, what do you think you could do here?
I'm sure there's something I can do here. I bet I could come up with a good idea for a movie without even trying.
Megan, you cannot just waltz in here and start coming up with ideas for a movie. I mean, if I had Dennis come over here and talk to you, he'd kick you out of here so fast. Why don't I go see if he's around?
Who's Dennis?
Does this look finished to you? I mean, how many times have I told you, if the left breast is firing, then the right breast has to be firing too?
You think of some ideas, and I'll be right back.
Ted, for God's sakes, be reasonable.
Nope, sorry, Mona. They're my panties now. Neil, correct me if I'm wrong, but that girl, I believe I've been there.
Yes, Ted, you have.
Hey, Megan, right? I've been thinking a lot about the time we spent together and how special it was. So, back for another ride on the Tedmobile?
Does it still go from 0 to 60 in 30 seconds? Call me.
So, we have a deal. He's definitely cast in Massacre at Cleavage Farm as the bumbling caretaker. Great. Wow, to think just 5 years ago he was president.
Look, Dennis, I have a friend of a friend who might have some ideas for a movie, but she has no experience, no qualifications, so if you want me to tell her to get lost, I'll take care of that right now.
I don't know, Neil. A desperate girl with no experience and a great ass. What's in it for me? Hi, I'm Dennis Lake. You must have seen the story about me on 60 Minutes. You didn't? Great. I understand you have some ideas, because I certainly have a few ideas of my own. Why don't we get yours out of the way first?
So, as he makes a final sharp left onto 86th Street, sending her flying off the luggage rack of his Jeep Cherokee and into the storm drain in front of the Papaya King, she realizes that her future with Julian is doubtful at best. The end. So, are you trying to visualize it?
No, I'm trying to kill myself by slowly pushing my index finger into my skull. Don't you have anything else besides stories about clinging, needy women and their pathetic attempts at relationships?
Oh, sure. You want something else? Okay. How about a story about a young, dangerously handsome, brilliant artist, the toast of the New York art scene, who at the height of his meteoric rise, with the whole world at his feet, dumps his quietly beautiful girlfriend who saw it coming but chose to deny it, even though her mother called daily just to say they all leave, every one of them, starting with your real father.
Okay, thank you.
I would appreciate any constructive criticism.
Megan, maybe we should...
No, Neil, please let me. I've earned this. Megan, your ideas are very bad.
Hey, should I be writing this down?
Nobody wants to see movies about dreadful, depressing women like this. I mean, nobody, not even the Swedes. I mean, don't you understand? People want to see movies about someone who's sexy, someone who's dynamic.
I know what you want. I know what you all want. You probably want a movie about a fiery, self-absorbed, drop-dead, gorgeous redhead who wraps men around her little finger and gets everything she wants with just a gold bustier, a smoky stare, and take me on the kitchen table heels.
Megan, come on.
She betrays everyone who tries to be her friend, and no man can ever hold on to her.
Megan, stop.
And some shouldn't even try.
Oh, I could love this. This could be really big. This could be the movie that gets my mother's bedroom set back from the IRS.
So what do you think? Do you have a problem here?
I wouldn't worry about it, Neil. I mean, what are the possibilities of someone drawing parallels between Alicia and Felicia, man-eating bitch and her perfume of doom?
I knew this was bad, so I guess I'm going to have to show this to Alicia.
Not a lot of girls at Model Rocket Camp, were there, Neil? Do you have any idea how ugly it can get when two girlfriends turn against each other?
Actually, I do. I never saw my mother's best friend, Reba Tavelman, again after her son and I were bar mitzvahed together, and the rabbi chose to come to my party because we hired his brother to take the pictures.
Look, you don't want to get caught in the middle of a fight between Alicia and Megan. I once spent a long weekend trying to find the dead mackerel hidden underneath my floorboard just for saying, hey, if he was so interested in either one of you, why is he getting into a cat with the guy that wrote that kid's book? Two daddies are better than one.
Wow. Did I do something?
You know you did. It's Megan. Neil, she's like a whole new person. It's all because you got her this job. You know, it couldn't have come along at a better time because I thought she'd never get over what happened last week when she looked up in the middle of her session and saw our analyst using the fire hose to lower himself down the side of the building. I mean, look at her. I've never seen her this happy.
Kevin, when did I last see you? Oh, yes, when you left my bed in the middle of the night, grabbed $30 out of my purse, and told me you had to leave immediately to cast an absentee ballot. By the way, I'm writing a movie. You might recognize yourself as the deadbeat musician who's too old to wear leather pants and gets burned beyond recognition when his tour bus slams into a Sunoco station. Still drink scotch?
So has Megan told you anything about what she's writing?
No, although I am kind of curious. She's been working day and night. I haven't seen her spend this much time locked up in her room since she was involved with that foreign exchange student from Ecuador who took 2 months to figure out he should be living with the Woodard family upstairs.
Boy, I haven't been in this good a mood since Dr. Pisetsky put the decimal point in the wrong spot on the dosage of my last prescription.
You know, Megan, it's great to see you so happy, upbeat, and sure of yourself. And look, you're wearing my favorite gold pumps. Joe, I'd love to read what you're writing.
Hey, how come our candle is the only one that isn't lit? I'm gonna go talk to somebody.
Why do you want to read my script?
Because you're writing it, and obviously it means a lot to you, so I'm interested.
Do me a favor, Alicia. Don't be. Every time you get interested in something in my life, it becomes yours.
It doesn't necessarily have to be that way.
Right. And me quickly gathering up my clothes and hiding behind a 3-year-old's Little Mermaid shower curtain when a wife comes home doesn't necessarily have to follow a blind date, but somehow it always seems to.
Dennis, it took me all morning, but I think I finally convinced that Korean deli owner that it wouldn't hurt his lunch business if he let us use the garbanzo beans from his salad bar to double as fertilized eggs from the Queen of the Slug people.
I'm sorry, Neil. I wasn't looking at you. I was looking through you.
Oh, Alicia, you're early for lunch, but that's okay. You know, I'll just nibble on this for a while. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. I thought you were my girlfriend.
Help me get this part and I'll be your girlfriend. Mother, first grade teacher, whatever does the most for you.
Oh, God, no. Dennis, you're casting for Megan's movie already, and she hasn't even finished the script.
Neil, I read her first few scenes last night, and they're brilliant. We've got to make this film right away while the character Felicia is alive in my mind, and before the NYU Film School discovers that their cameras are missing.
Jordan? Yeah, tell Alicia to meet me at the restaurant, not here. No, definitely not here. She's here. Forget it. I'm starving. Let's go.
Who are all these women, and why do they all look like me with less defined cheekbones and an inexperienced colorist?
Poor, naive little Meg, all alone now that I have your boyfriend under my spell, thanks to the perfume of doom created by your own scientist father, who I also have under my spell.
You're so mad, Felicia, mad.
Yes, so mad that I have no intention of returning your earrings, which I borrowed without asking.
You are doomed, Felicia, doomed.
I don't believe this. Megan's my best friend. She couldn't have written this.
Okay, now remember, at the end of this scene, she's force-fed the poisonous perfume until she's nothing but a burning pile of flesh. So I want to see Felicia in a lot of pain.
Okay, I'm stopping this right now.
I don't think you can.
Neil, if I can convince a marauding band of Sikhs to delay their holy war 3 days so I can see the Taj Mahal in peace and quiet, I can stop this little movie.
Let's just wait until they're finished.
Oh, Heel, my devoted sex slave, why must you always hang around my castle? Don't you have a life of your own?
But I worship you, oh great Felicia. If you banish me, I'll be stuck living with my parents who'll fix me up with daughters of other trolls they play golf with.
Megan, Alicia wants to talk to you right now.
You just couldn't stay away, could you? You had to come down here and ruin my big day.
Now I know why you didn't tell me about this. You didn't want me to hear all the horrible things you'd written about me.
Oh, God, that is so typical. You always think everything is about you.
Megan, I don't believe you. This is so cruel, so hateful. You've betrayed me on so many levels, starting with even thinking that girl could play me.
Alicia, I know you're in here. I also know they only let you take 6 items in at once, so you're gonna have to come out sometime.
What'd you do, follow me down here?
I didn't follow you. I just know this is the place you come every time your mother gets married, or your father can't take your call because he's busy planting explosives in Gaddafi's toilet, or that monastery in Tibet has to write and ask you not to break up with anyone for the time being because they're out of cots.
Listen, Megan, if you came down here to apologize...
I didn't.
Oh. Well, so much for that speech. Can someone get this for me in orange, please?
Why would you expect an apology? Anyway, you got what you wanted. My movie's off.
Why? Couldn't find the right Felicia? The one wearing the wig made of live snakes was too pretty?
It's a whole new story now. Dennis saw the scenes and he thought it was too unbelievable, so he's rewriting it so Felicia is this radiant superhero who puts the depressed Meg out of her misery with just a sympathetic blast from her power ring. And then the movie starts.
What about Heel?
He's smaller now and Felicia carries him around in her fanny pack.
Megan, of all the things in the world you could write about, did you have to write about me?
If you must know, Dennis rejected all my other ideas. So you should be flattered. I would be if somebody wrote a movie about me. If somebody wrote anything about me. In my own diary, I'm only mentioned in passing 4 times.
I can't believe you. You portrayed me as this monster who has a horrible and devastating effect on people. That's not who I am.
Alicia, I thought we agreed on the days we don't close the store for you, you stay in the dressing room.
And people wonder why I'm self-destructive.
Wait a minute. You were self-destructive long before we knew each other. Don't forget where I met you in that hospital emergency room after you've been dragged 4 blocks clinging to the leg of that marathon runner who was trying to dump you. And wasn't I the one who said, hey, I think there's a woman bleeding over there?
That's because all the doctors had their backs to me, rushing to see if you were okay when you dropped a plant coming out of the gift shop.
Look, Megan, I know I've hurt you, okay? But at least I never did it on purpose the way you did.
Really? I really hurt you?
Yes.
You're not just saying that to make me feel good?
Hey, I've charged 6 dresses so far.
6? Wow.
You know, it never really bothered me that I didn't have a lot of women friends because I always knew I had you. Now I find out you hate me.
Oh, come on. I can't be your only friend who hates you.
Actually, I thought you were the only one who didn't.
I don't hate you. All the time.
Oh, really? Like when?
Look, we have to do this now because when you're wearing that, it's kind of hard.
This? I wasn't even gonna get this. Makes me look fat.
Okay, now this would be a hate moment. But there was that time when Sean broke up with me.
When were you with Sean?
For that week when I was trying to convince him that I'd help him get back together with you. Anyway, I was in really bad shape, and remember? You cheered me up by taking me with you on that Learjet to Morocco.
Oh, yeah, for Prince Ahmed's birthday weekend. I think he really liked you.
I know. And I might be married to him today if I hadn't alienated all of his wives by suggesting that we all just get him one big gift.
But you know, I still think you were right. He would have preferred the big screen TV over the 100 brass camels.
I knew it. What do you think?
Actually, I just bought it.
Oh, good. I'll just wear yours. It'll go great with your gold pumps. Somebody reads Vogue for the horoscope.
Look, Megan, I hated being mad at you, and I really hated you being mad at me.
So did I.
You know, I think this friendship would work a lot better, and we'd both be a lot happier if you just get over this ridiculous notion that you're living in my shadow, because it just isn't true.
Good afternoon, ladies. We're test marketing a marvelous new scent today called Alicia. Would you like to smell like Alicia?
Come any closer with that and I'll kill you.
In just 2 days, Robert De Niro will change the face of television forever. Fox invites you to the series premiere of Tribeca, Tuesday at 9, 8 Central. Now, stay tuned for The Edge.